Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is going to be video number 2 in which you will have to put up with my voice as I fight a cold. Yeah, it's been several days that I've been trying to knock this thing out and it's not going anywhere. But it's not COVID. I don't know what it is, but here we are. But what better way to celebrate having a cold than by making Christmas a part of it? Uh, I'm doing this video for, I don't know what that means. I'm doing this video for my buddy Jack over at the Vinyl Martini. Jack is hosting a 3-year anniversary contest. He's been on YouTube now for 3 years and is hosting a contest of sorts. Jack is actually not giving away a prize per se, but rather donating some funds to a local food bank in honor of the YouTube community. So thank you, Jack, for that. So this is more just a chance to show records that, you don't normally get to show, which is one of the best parts about these ideas when they pop up, show records that are a little bit deeper in your collection. Now, Jack wants us to show compilations, and there were no specifications, no requirements. There was no definition of what a compilation is. So I thought, seeing that it is December the 19th, is that right? Yep, the 19th. I was looking at my calendar. And, just a few days from Christmas, I thought, why not show all of my Christmas compilations? So I've got all CDs except for one vinyl record, and I'll just jump right into it here. This is Stax Christmas. This is put out by Craft Recordings. A whole slew of songs here by Stax recording artists, including Otis Redding, the Staple Singers, Booker T and the MGs, Isaac Hayes, Albert King, Rufus Thomas. Really, really good stuff. This just came out last year on Craft. Highly recommend it if you like any of those artists. These two CDs right here kind of go hand in hand. This is Have Yourself a Swingin' Little Christmas, and then Have Yourself Another Swingin' Little Christmas. These are a lot of lesser known tunes or lesser known versions of Christmas songs. Focus on a lot of jazz and blues singers. You have like Glenn Miller doing Jingle Bells, the Ames Brothers, the Mills Brothers, Perry Como, Andrew Sisters, Fats Waller, Johnny Mercer, K-Star, Vic Damon, Peggy Lee, Andy Williams, Gene Autry, Nat King Cole. All sorts of really, really good stuff. This is put out by Bear Family Recordings, which always do a really good job. So I highly recommend those CDs. These are a couple of classics here. These are A Very Special Christmas 1 and 2. This is pretty much the music that you hear on your local Christmas station in these, parts. You've got the first one here, which is the better of the two. The Pointer Sisters, Eurythmics, Whitney Houston, Bruce Springsteen, The Pretenders, John Mellencamp, Sting, Run DMC, U2, Madonna, Bob Seger, Bryan Adams, Bon Jovi, Alison Moyet, and Stevie Nicks. On this one, 2 is great because it has Tom Petty on there with Christmas All Over Again, Randy Travis, Luther Vandross, Sinatra and Cyndi Lauper, Boyz II Men, Bon Jovi, Aretha, Ronnie Spector and Darlene Love, Michael Bolton, Run DMC, Extreme, Bonnie Raitt and Charles Brown, Tevin Campbell, Debbie Gibson, Vanessa Williams, the Wilson sisters from Heart, Wilson Phillips, and then Sinead O'Connor. So there are those. These are great. This is something called My Favorite Gifts. It's Americana based. It was put out by Ramser Records in 2011, which is the home base of the Avett Brothers out of Concord, North Carolina. This has the Avett Brothers on here. It also has David Mayfield, David Wax Museum, Jim Avett, the father, Jessica Lee Mayfield, the Wood Brothers, and they do originals and covers on here. So I love that. And this was also put out by, not also, this was put out by New West Records, called An Americana Christmas. This has John Prine, Luther Dickinson, Emmylou Harris, Johnny Cash, Dwight Yoakam, Bob Dylan, Valerie June, um, Neil Young, Nikki Lane. The band finishes it off with Christmas Must Be Tonight. So that's great. I've got to run through this. I'm going slow. This is one of the first compilations ever, I believe. This is Merry Christmas Baby. It's got a bad glare on it. Let me see if I can take it out. But my buddy Stephen Schnee mentioned this record, and it's essentially Christmas blues. It has Charles Brown on there that wrote Merry Christmas Baby. You've also got Johnny Moore's Blazers, Jimmy Witherspoon. Just really, really good stuff. I highly recommend this if you like the blues. Merry Christmas Baby. This is a side A and side B kind of record. Side A is the Supremes. Side B is the Temptations. Just doing Christmas classics there. This is one of the, I think, one of the worst compilations I have. I'm not a fan of this. This is Elvis, Merry Christmas, Love Elvis. It has a mix of his 2 Christmas albums, but the flow on it is not great for me. But it's got some of the good songs on there, and some of them are just not for me. This came out 2 years ago on Verve. This is Louis Armstrong Wishes You a Cool Yule. Kind of a bunch of tunes that Louis recorded over the years, including one of his last recordings, which is a telling of A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Seymour. It's strange because they also put songs like What a Wonderful World is on here, and then Moments to Remember, which aren't really Christmas songs. But he's got a version of I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm with Ella Fitzgerald, and then a funny version of Baby It's Cold Outside with Velma Middleton. So kind of cool. This is a really cool one. This is an old laser light. I think I've talked about this on my channel before. This is Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, and Louis Armstrong. A lot of like radio broadcasts and things like that. Really, really cool. I really enjoyed that. That was one that my mom and dad had that I had to buy when I moved out. One of the famous compilations here. A lot of people think this is a studio album. It's not. It's a bunch of singles and radio broadcasts. This is the famous White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Everybody knows this. It's in everybody's Christmas collection. My last CD here, this is Rosemary Clooney, who was obviously the love interest in White Christmas with Bing Crosby. This is her doing White Christmas as well as other songs. This was when she still had her really kind of smooth voice. When she got older and health problems started taking over, she didn't sing all that great, but this is still the classic Rosemary Clooney voice. So have that. And then lastly, this is my vinyl. This is Holidays Rule on Craft Recordings. This was a compilation put out by MPL Records, I believe, which is Paul McCartney's label. But has it's got a version of the Christmas song by Paul McCartney on here, but it's got a bunch of kind of independent artists. The Head and the Heart are on here. The Civil Wars are on here. Punch Brothers, Andrew Bird, Calexico, Rufus Wainwright, The Shins, Fun. So really, really cool. It's a double album set on Christmas Red vinyl there, and I got that last year, I think, for like $10. It was an awesome sale. But anyway, there you go, Jack. This one's for you. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Let me know if you like these Christmas CDs. All right, everybody. In the meantime, y'all be good. Take care. We'll talk to you in the next one. Bye now.